I'd like to go back to kind of like the beginning, like the origin story, if you will, because I really I don't, thinking about our conversation today, leading up to today, I was thinking, I don't think I really understand blindness, like what legally blind means, and some of the stuff you alluded
Hmm.
to at the beginning of the show. So maybe you can walk us through like. So you said you weren't born blind, and your sight has diminished over time. But
Hmm.
can you maybe walk us through how it was when you were younger, and what it was, and maybe help us understand
Hmm.
what that was like.
So growing up, probably, look, there was things that I couldn't do just as a standard thing. So it's my retinas that don't work, and so essentially my brain just isn't getting those messages from the light coming into my eyes to convert it into whatever it needs to be turned into. So
Hmm.
essentially, you've got two types of cells on your retina, as like your rods are the things that sort of help you see in dark areas at night time, differentiating colors, seeing gradients. So when you're walking down the stairs, that you can see that the sort of the stairs are all different. That part of that part of my retina has just been shot ever since the beginning, basically, and has slowly deteriorated a little bit more over time. But those type of cells never worked. So what I've got is called rod cone dystrophy, and so
Okay.
hence why the rod part comes first. Your cones are the other bits that let you do pretty much everything else. So it's your stuff to see in general. So reading, your general mobility, being able to see what's on the other side of the road, all of that sort of stuff. And those cells have slowly died across the years. So it's not ever been I wake up tomorrow and I can't see. It's
Hmm.
just been a gradual deterioration. And look, I think there's been times in my life where I've experienced quite severe stress, and I've noted a severe distance, as like a difference in that deterioration. So I had you like I went through some depression and grief and stuff when I was a teenager, and I noticed at that time I kind of lost my ability to read everyday print and to then have to go to large print. And then, many years later, went through divorce and separation and all the fun things that go with that, and
Hmm.
noticed at that time that my eyesight once again deteriorated along with a lot of other things in my health at the same time. And that was my key to going, oh, hang on, like my whole health is pretty icky, and my eyesight seems to have gotten worse as well. So I kind of just labeled it all to sort of, oh, okay, maybe that's all sort of, adds to the whole stressful situation, makes everything worse. So I
Right.
decided at that point where I'm like, okay, well, no more stress. We're going to live a stress-free life, because if that
Right.
is what makes the situation worse, then we'll try to avoid it. But I think also those times also related to significant changes in my life. So, especially around the time that I got divorced, I was used to doing, a standard family kind of, this is what you do every day. You've got a routine, you've got your systems in place. And then, of course, everything changed all of a sudden.
Hmm.
And, maybe it was that I had realized that I wasn't so independent when I needed to go and do things by myself again, because I'd sort of, developed a system where I was working alongside of somebody else. And so, bringing up our kids and whatever else was all done as a partnership. And then when you have to go and do the shopping and all sorts of things by yourself, then suddenly I realized, oh, okay, I'm not as good at this as I used to be.
Oh,